Hi Queens, how's it going? Snowy here. And if you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Snowy. I am a self-discovery coach and an online hatha yoga instructor. Really, I just like to help women of color to discover happier, healthier, and calmer versions of themselves through spirituality and yoga. So, today's video is actually going to be about creating a new frequency within your space. So in other words, changing your vibe, changing your mood, changing your energy for the space that you're in. Now, first, why would you want to change your vibe? Now, this could be as simple as changing your vibe, your mood, your energy, your frequency. You find yourself like you're feeling a little down, you're feeling a little sad. Well, let's do something about it. Who wants to stay down? Who wants to stay sad? Absolutely nobody, right? So, a way of changing that would be to making a would be to make a conscious effort, a conscious decision to change your frequency. Okay, so now with that, before I even go further, let me go off and say that to experience anger, sadness, grief, um, pain, whatever it is completely normal and healthy and natural, and all emotions should be experienced to their full extent, just like happiness should. Happiness is probably the only emotion that we willfully go and try to experience to its full extent. Well, the other emotions are there for a reason, and it's important that we do try to experience those emotions to the full extent. Now, with that, once you begin to stay and linger in that energy for too long, well, that's when we kind of begin to get stuck, and it's time for us to change our frequency and to raise our vibration, right? So, with that, just a couple ways that you can change your vibe within your room. The first, which I'm sure most people in the spiritual world or people that are new to spirituality see the most frequency, that's so funny, see the most frequently, is sage. So sage is really, it's also called a smudge stick. Now sage is a plant, it's a leaf, and it's dried and it's rolled up, and it's rolled up into bundles like these, and they range in different sizes. Now the purpose of saging would be, it's an energetic cleansing. Now the smoke of the sage is quite heavy and it's quite strong. Now, the purpose for this is again because it carries energetic frequencies and it helps to clear the space. It helps to carry out negative and stagnant energy with the smoke. So, with that, if you do decide to get a sage stick, or if you have one and you've just never used it because you don't know how, you don't need to light much of it because again it is quite heavy. So you only need to burn a little bit at a time, and what you do is, so you don't need to worry about lighting the entire thing. You just need to light whatever is necessary. And also, people usually, you'll see these Maori bowls, and people will have them, and just because the ash of the sage can be quite large, so to prevent any little fires or from burning anything, right? So you'd sage your space and you'd walk around and you could cleanse your energy, cleanse your area, make sure that you get all four corners of the house inside of the room, and make sure that you open up your windows, and if time permits, or if weather permits, open up, turn on a fan also. And really what this helps to do is it helps to to carry out again that negative energy, that stagnant energy. And while you're saging the place, what you can do is you could recite a mantra, you could recite a prayer, whatever it is that works for you. It's all within your intention. So set an intention while you're doing this. Like, all negative and stagnant energy is no longer welcome here. If it's not positive, it's not welcome. You must leave, and out with the window you go. So it is, and it is so. It could really be something as simple as that. Now, with that, the next would be Palo Santo. Now, Palo Santo is quite similar to sage in that the smoke is what carries the energetic property. Now, Palo Santo is actually quite sacred. It's preserved. Oh gosh, there's the word that I can't think of it, but when it's naturally treated. So Palo Santo comes from a tree in South America. I want to say Brazil. I'm probably wrong though. But anyway, the tree will fall naturally. It'll naturally die, and after a year of curing is the word of curing, then Palo Santo will be went and it'll be farmed. So that's the kind of the difference in the sacredness of Palo Santo. So it's definitely has a little bit more of a sacred property to it, and also it's a little bit more pleasant in its smell. The sage can be a little heavy and a little harsh, and I know a lot of people aren't very keen on it. But Palo Santo is also something else that you can do. Now, Palo Santo burns slightly differently than the sage. Not slightly differently, very differently. So naturally, and of course it all would burn differently. Like, I've gotten some that burn differently than others, Palo Santo sticks. But you don't need much. You just need to light it until it begins to ember a little bit, and then from there a little smoke will go. But really, you need to light this one a little bit more frequently, usually to get the type of smoke that you would get from a sage stick. Now again, this one is a little bit more pleasant to the senses. It reminds me of like a sweet, it's not cedar, but it does have like a cedar, maybe a little cedarish scent to it. Also with a citrusy scent as well, which is quite nice. So usually, if I feel like I want to cleanse the space, I'll use sage. If I feel like I've been doing a lot of work, working with a lot of people, and I just feel like my aura needs a little bit of cleansing, then I will use a sage stick. Now, in the day-to-day, when I am like if I'm setting my intentions for the morning, or like I'm doing my meditation, a lot of times I'll light the Palo Santo, right? Okay. Another way of changing your frequency would be using essential oils. So essential oils are, they go without saying, they're very nice. They've been used since the beginning of time, and they're a really great way to change your frequency naturally and quickly, literally straight to the brain, right? So this is actually one that was gifted to me from a friend. It's a doTERRA. It's called Balance. It's a grounding blend. It has, let's see, spruce, wood, frankincense, blue tansy, blue chamomile, and osmanthus, which I don't even know what that is. But it's quite pleasant, and be sure that you get essential oils that you can put on your skin, and if not, be sure that you read the instructions for your essential oil, because essential oil that can be used on the skin does need to be it needs to be blended with a carrier oil, a heavier oil, like grapeseed oil, or maybe olive oil, which maybe not olive oil because it's a little strong, but it needs to be with a carrier oil. If you're going to use an aromatherapy directly on the skin, just because it is so strong, it's an extract. Now, with that, it smells really good. So if not, if you just want to like literally just do what I just did right now, it's also an amazing way to change your vibe and to change um, the frequency that you're currently at. If you're not fond of the one that you're currently resonating, okay. So using them in your bath, putting them in your lotion, and using them maybe like I have a couple roller sticks of aromatherapy, which are really nice because I can take them anywhere and they're yeah. Anyway, the next way of raising your frequency and changing your vibration would be stones and crystals. So they literally come from the earth. They have natural and energetic properties within them. So it's sometimes it could be used for the sake or with the actual how do I say, like with the energetic property that the stone itself has, using it with that intention. So let's say this one is for meditation and working on intuition. Well, then I could always go and use this stone as a meditation stone, and what I could use it intentionally. So when I'm sitting down to do my morning meditation, this is the stone that I have in hand, and I would literally like just find it and just like this is it, and this is the energy, and this is the intention that I have within the stone. It's meditation. And you could do this with a number of different stones. You could sleep with it under your pillow if you want. You could put them in your workspace. You could literally wear a mala or use your mala also, which mine is actually downstairs in the car. Otherwise, I'd show you that. But that's another method, which is also similar to a stone. And then lastly, the last way of changing your vibration and your frequency is sound. So sound is literally frequency in its purest form. And so this is why certain music takes you to certain places, and why why it has the ability to move you. So we're made of water. Literally, we are, what is it, 80% water. So if the moon can affect the tides, imagine the way the moon affects us. The same goes for frequencies and vibrations and sound. So we are all affected, whether whether you acknowledge it or not. It's a fact, okay? So sound is a great way to change your frequency. Now, decided to make the investment of purchasing sound bowls, but this is part of my personal devotion in my yoga practice, and it's a decision that I've made, and this is a part of my practice. You don't have to go off and get a sound bowl as a way to change your frequency. This is just something that I am very passionate about, and it's just my method and it's what I use. So that's just why I'm sharing it with you guys. So if you happen to have a sound bowl, or you are interested in getting a sound bowl, there are great ways to change your vibration and change your frequency by, again, using sound in its purest form. I don't know about you, but I felt that throughout my entire body. So, literally using this and actually making the bowl sing and creating song with the other bowls that I have is it's a fantastic way of changing my frequency, changing my vibration while also practicing devotion, right? Um, and so that would take me to the next, which is also sound. It's really as simple as going on YouTube and searching up meditation music. Um, 428 hertz, I think, is like the purest vibration. That's like a positive vibration. But you could always just literally search in the toolbar whatever type of meditation that it is that you would like. What is it that you're worried about? So if you're stressing, you could put in stress meditation YouTube, and you could literally find one at a hertz. Hertz are frequencies, and it'll explain in the description what that particular frequency will focus on. You could do them for love, you could do them for your chakras, you could do money manifestation, which I have done, which has fucking worked for me, which I will make a video about. Um, you could do them for your solar plexus. I said chakras, but yeah, like you could do them for sleeping. You could do like happy meditations. You could literally do anything. So, lighting candles is another way. Did I say taking a bath? Taking a spiritual bath. Uh, Tons of ways to change your vibrations and to lift your frequencies. Also, the breath. The breath is literally it's the only involuntary function in the human body that we can control. You don't understand how powerful that is. It's a sign. It's the only thing that we can control within our bodies. The only involuntary thing within our bodies that we can control. It's literally your built-in stress reliever. Take the time, be mindful of your breath, create a sense of breath awareness whenever you're feeling stressed, whenever you're in a space to where you don't have any of these tools nearby. So I hope this video has helped. If it has, please like, share, subscribe, show your girl some love. Follow me on Instagram at Poetic Touch. And as always, it's my absolute honor to serve you. Love you.